container. This is regularly filled up with cordial. It's cordial only. There is wine in the fridge. I'm considering it, but no, cordial. And it's been quite a hefty day. So I am just going to get a large amount of this stuff. There we go. I'm going to get a large amount of this stuff, and then I'm just going to have drinky poo. That's what I'm going to be drinking whilst we're doing our opal cutting today. Well, that's cheering. Well, luckily I know that that's happened, that I can quickly clean it up before I get killed by girlfriend. But I would have preferred it if that didn't happen, you know, preferences and all. In case you're wondering what I'm talking about, I spilled some cordial on the ground. Hello! Say a quick hi to Loki, because I think we are going to have to turn the lights off. But I'll first put the cordial back in the fridge. Let's say I flip us all around. So, whoop, whoop, whoop. Here we go. You are currently on the stove, and I promise not to turn it on. That would probably result in some pretty nasty stuff. It's been a day and a half. But at least I've got my cordial. Are you kidding me? Now I've got a drinking problem. Right. Classic airplane moment there. Right. Flipping around. Let's go have a look at what's going on in the bird community. Hello there, bird community. How they going? Oh, g'day, Gilly. Just going to say hello and goodbye to Max because it's starting to get to dusk region. What's that illuminator? Yeah, I thought you'd say that. Make your mind up. G'day, Ian. How you doing? There we go. Oh, how's the stream, by the way? I'm using the router internet today, and I'm just wondering, am I going to get away with it, or am I going to have something that looks somewhat like a Minecraft adventure? There we go. Right. There we are. I think I'm a bit too late to corner the American market this time around. It's a bit of a shame, but oh well. 31 Celsius. That's a bit. Where are you at the moment, Ian? Are you Cairns way by any chance? Northern Territory? Sounds northish, but like we're not right into the summer, but North Australia should be quite warm. G'day, Taylor. Yeah. Butter wouldn't melt in his beak. He was quite vicious originally. Have a look at the shorts. You'll see him. He was, when I first got him, he'd been clipped and a whole heap of stuff. So he was very wary of humans. Arley Beach. There's beach in the name, that's all I care about. There we go. Right. Just so that you know, we segue pretty quickly from these birds. These are rescued cockatoos, and they're a part of the family, and they're a part of the proceedings around here. But we segue pretty fast from that to opals, or to sometimes other things that I'm doing. Sometimes I will be looking at fossils and stuff. But basically, that's kind of the way things go around here. We'll get pretty quick into it. You won't have seen the cover photo because, well, cover photo isn't it? By the way, that was Max. This one's Loki. Yeah, smart little fellas, aren't they? These ones are rescues. This one was actually wild caught, abandoned by Mum, because Mum didn't like her feather condition, and her feather condition has never been great. Max, on the other hand, I have no idea what his origin story is, and the people who got him won't tell me, so all I know is he's happier here. Yeah. I'm pretty certain that both of these ones should be flying free with the rest of those people annoying you on the street, I think. And here's one more. This one I have to keep because it's illegal to release because it's not a native. Little pigeon, but my girlfriend found her freezing to death outside my house. So she begged me to take her in, and I thought she was a lost cause. Clearly not a lost cause. She's been going stronger and stronger for over 2 years now. So that's the family, other than the actual family. There's a drinky poo. Yoik. Now out here, it's starting to get better, you'll see. What I've got now, I'll drill these holes a bit better, but basically these are actually, these are diamond pastes, each of a differing grit size. And I am experimenting with a different way of setting things up for my opals. What I'm doing now is I've got some sandpaper there, but I've now got a piece of felt here, and this is, for example, half grit oil solution. So I spray that onto there, and then I rub the opal down with that, and then I progressively get smaller and smaller sizes of grit until I get to about here, and then I move over to here, and then I spray this grit onto that one, and then eventually we get to the cerium oxide. Now the cerium oxide is technically 3000, which is about there. So if you go past these ones and use that piece of felt there, it doesn't matter. So it's worked so far. I'm reasonably certain that it's a pretty good system, but we'll see. I've cleaned this whole place down. I've now got all of the lighting back where it should be. Most of the dop sticks are back where they should be. All of the opal, almost all of it, is here now. So you can see there's the rough and raw opal, there's semi-sorted opal. Over here is a drawer which has got various bits of laboratory equipment in there. I'll make sure that's a little bit more organised. But here's some opal that I haven't actually gone through yet. Very small grade. I might just put them in bags and send them out because that'll be more fun to hunt through. But there's this stuff here. This is opal chips. I think this is slightly larger. Yeah, so this is a slightly larger fraction, which has got things like, well, this is a Cooper opal. This is another Cooper opal, but there's a few. I can see some lightning ridges in there. There's a few treated opals. There's a whole. It's a whole mixed bag. So that will probably have been basically stuff that I've picked up from time to time and just put into a random place, not knowing exactly where it's been. So that's our random opal pile. This one is the old random opal pile. This is mostly lightning ridge. So all of this has got a certain chaotic order to it. There we go. Just take a quick swig of the drink. Now, not much to report about this place, except I've slightly improved the flow of water. It should work a little bit better. And of course, I've got the sanding station up and running now, and there's less debris around the floor. So very close to having everything perfect now. And our street isn't often full of cockies. It's usually there's the odd Corella, but we've got magpies at the moment. But it's a bit late, so you're not going to see them. And it was raining today. Yeah, Gilly, you're up the coast a bit, aren't you? That makes sense. What I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the water on. I've changed the blade. Oh, one other thing that you might find is interesting, I have decided to take the law into my own hands, and I've gotten a piece of electrical cable, and I've gotten the spanner, and I've attached to an electrical table which is attached to the Opal machine itself. So that means hopefully I'm never losing this thing. Come on. This thing is getting old in its own right, so there we go. Push that in, and then try and get it in. You see, this thing is this clutch has accidentally hit a hit the drill from time to time, and so it's now not clutching properly. We'll get there. There we go. There we go. Yoink. That should do it. But I think I'm worried about that clutch. I've got a spare one, so the moment it gives out, we'll just have to replace the Dremel, and I'll open it up and see if I can do something about it. But what we can do now, yeah, we'll just get cracking. So we'll do a bit of a mixed bag today. I have a boulder, it's a nice one. I'll see if I can do something cool with it. This one needs to be finished off. Depending on what I'm feeling, I might move on to this one or might not. I'll quickly zoom in so you get a general idea of what this guy is. This is a pink opal. And you can see the precious opal right in the middle there. There is precious opal all through it. Hopefully that'll be a good one. Oh, thanks for the likes, guys. It's always appreciated. I've got a few very small ones here, but they certainly have a lot of oomph and zim and vim and vigor and all those. So hopefully we're going to have a fun time of it. And we have, as usual, a couple of Caleb's opals hanging around waiting for something cool to happen to them. So let's pull this out. Whoop. There we go. Then perfect. So this one first. This one's what I'm starting to call an eye stone, and that's Pulitzer's. I never actually got around to seeing Phil from the Opal Mills. I hope that he got some pretty cool stuff. Has anyone seen Phil's latest video? So I'm definitely trying to do this one in the style of a Pulitzer opal. Trying to get an eye out of it. It is the eye of opal, it's the cream of the crop, rising up to the challenge of our opal. And the last known survivor is dead in the night? I don't know. All I know is that people stop watching when I sing. Dum-pa-dum-pa-dum. No, one more. Thank you, kind sir. I'm resting my hand up on the thing, and that's going to mean that water is going to go and dribble up my sleeve and into my shirt, but I don't care. My arm's getting tired. So I'm just trying to get myself in a bit closer, up close and personal with my opals. There we go. Okay, I'm still going for eye here, so that's why I'm persisting. But what I do know is that it's faced entirely the wrong way. Not sure what we can do about that, and I'm not entirely certain the colour was particularly strong anyway, so... But I wanted to get an eye stone out just for the sake of it. Now for those people who actually have watched me for a while, I've changed the blades, and this blade is slightly smaller, so your sense of perspective will be a bit different. It's not all that much smaller, but it is a bit smaller, so you may have a bit of trouble adjusting. Okay, that'll go onto the dop stick. It's a nice little eye. There we go. Doi. Doi. So we'll see how that goes. Now, let's have some fun. Man, my finger's sore. I properly cut myself today. What's going on there? Okay. So, we'll just take the skin off this one. This one is a Caleb special. I'm aware that other people are using the internet tonight, so if it does get hard to watch, tell me so that I can do something about it. You'll be seeing what all the fuss is about in 2 or so seconds, I reckon. Okay, I'm not saying much, probably because I've had a big day, but I can tell you a little bit about this now that I've given a bit of a sliceroo. So what we've got here, you can see that beautiful opal just sitting there as one giant layer, and it's starting to come out at the top there, which I expect it will do. We've got another layer just down here. There's a lot of reds in that layer, so I'm not sure what I'll be doing. But first things first, I'm just going to smooth out all of the opal. It is a Cooper stone, so you need to get rid of all of the rough spots and corners before you get seriously into the cutting, or else you're going to have a much, much smaller stone. Oh yeah, this is Caleb's stuff. He's trying to negotiate a much more opulent package, and we'll see how we go with that. But yeah, this is an absolute smasher, this one. All right, out we go. Right, so all I'm doing here is I'm trying to make sure that there are no surprises, trying to make it nice and smooth. I'm trying to very sedately cut this stone. Got a new blade out, so it will very quickly hack away at the stone. That's not as big an issue as taking massive chunks of it with it, which you can do very easily. So my solution to that is just to round off all the corners. Just basically, it's really a hostage negotiation situation actually. You're just sitting there trying to be nice and calm to the stone. Don't do anything abrupt, no sudden movements. Everything's nice, everything's calm, everything's good. We've got all the time in the world. Nothing's going wrong with the world. We're just sitting here calmly carving out an opal. You don't need to worry, opal. You don't need to go all to pieces on me. That kind of thing. That's the way, little opal. You know what you're doing. Good work. See? Seems quite indulgent and anthropomorphic, and it is in a way. It's actually an anthropomorphic, I suppose, because it's not an animal. But it seems to work, even if it's just calming you, soothing you, reminding yourself that this is something that must be done with patience. Impatience will kill the stone and you. Figuratively kill you in this instance, but please, if you want to take a dive off a cliff after cutting an opal badly, please seek help before you do that. Not that bad. And then up she comes. Let's see how it goes. Whoa! There's a mosquito in the way. That's distracting me. That's what happened. But let's get in there, because we've got some nice opal to cut now. Just get in there nice and calm. No big deals, no big problems. Just gently let the stone come out and say hi to us all. Yeah, come on out, stone. You can do it. You can do it. Mosquito. Looks like one of those Ross River ones, the black and white variety. It got covered in debris before I got to it. I was just sick of the dripping noise. Got better things to do than listen to water torture. My jumper is getting absolutely saturated. Absolutely saturated. That's quite interesting. It wants to do all sorts of things. Just having a look on this side, is it? I think it will. It's just very thin on one side, which kind of tells me that maybe it needs to have a little bit of a slicey treatment. I think despite what you're seeing in this opal, there's only one layer we really should be interested in, so we'll just cut with that in mind. Normally I like to cut a bit more conservatively, try and conserve some more opal, but there's no point if you don't get the best bit. Show you what I'm dealing with. So I've got some colour that's just coming through at the back here. Try and give you a good idea of what that colour looks like. Now I have every reason to believe that the colour will come through in all of it. It's diving down into this part of the stone. But what we can see here is the stone gets really thin at that point. So I'm going, what is the logical thing to do? There is a lot of good stone just over there. I don't need that, so maybe what I'll be doing is just instead of thinning it down, I might slice that bit off, but I will slice with a view to keeping this piece of opal here, because that opal is really quite spectacular. But what I might try doing first is just cutting along here, just to see what preserving the opal looks like. Right. Beautiful stone that. What I might do, yeah, that's actually, that thin slither, I think it faces a little bit better on that side. That's a reason why we're getting a bit of a contrast. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to angle the stone a bit if I can. And with an angled stone, we start getting some real, yeah, look at this. When you angle the stone, look at that. So it's all to do with the way it's faced. So now we know what to do with it. Guess what? We've suddenly got ourselves a piece of absolute awesome here. So now look at it. That's looking absolutely astounding from this angle. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have to carve that piece off a bit. Maybe what I'll do is I'll just carve a tiny little slither off here. What I'm doing here is I'm just moving this over so that I can see what I'm doing. Very bad idea to mess this one up. Only made slightly awkward by the water dripping everywhere, but that's all right. Didn't got most of it that time, so I'm a bit more comfortable with what's happening now. Now, this will give us a chance to see the magic happen again. So this is the one we got at the top. Let's have a look at this piece. Right. So I'll zoom right in this time because this will be fun. So what have we got? We've got this piece here. And what we'll do is we'll just roll, well, we'll straighten it out first, and then we'll roll it in. And then we'll watch just the colour appear. You can see the colour just appearing now. See that? And that's a nice little 1 carat drop on its own right. G'day. And how you going? Well, what do you know? Let's strike a light. Have a look at this one. You missed out on just that one being cut. That one will be a pretty penny. Okay. Whilst we're all here, I'll just quickly carve this piece off. It was a really fun one because if you remember that Caleb was talking about knowing how a opal faces. Well, this one was going nowhere until you actually rolled it in, and it was, you could literally see it happening before your very eyes. Really cool to watch. I'm certainly going to go into the replays later on and have a look at that particular opal getting cut. Because it's almost like a magic trick, this one, that one. That one, not so good. So this one we call Stone of Borat. Oh yeah, we've got a bit. So this is what happened. There was a piece of white there, and then all of a sudden you start to cut it right and start rolling it properly. And, oh come on. And then all of a sudden the colour starts appearing. Not so impressive, but it still does it. So, hurts your hands. And the jumper is just absolutely saturated now, so I'm taking it off. Da 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 da. Feel. Right. So we've got a few choices here. Got this guy here. I'll just see if I can just roll that one in. No, it's not going to do it. That's okay. That's a moth. Alright, so what have we got here? We'll quickly do some of the more conventional stones. I've got this one here, for example. This one will be exactly the same kind of material. It's relatively plain on top there. It needs to be rolled in. So that'll be fun. Got a few little stones that I can do, so we'll do some of the other things just to keep our eye in the game. Just not relying on Caleb's stuff. So here we go. Whee! Mexican jumping opal. Whee! I'm going to jump, senor. Arriba, 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 andare, andare, ha 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 ha. Still got a bit of a cold, so I can't quite do all the voices. There we go. No way, Jose. Concha de Mara. Uno, dos, tres. That's what she said. You had to be there, folks. Yeah, so I'm gonna have to awaken my inner nerd. Some of those stones last night, I realised they're twin stones. I've actually polished up one of them. Let's see if I can see it. I think it's around here somewhere. Is it that one? No, not that one. Where is it? 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 Sorry about this. Now that's what she said. Now, there we go. Well, I can't see it. We're stopping with that joke. We'll figure out a new meme to go with next time round. Is it this one? No, not that one. No, that's a shame. Well, it's around somewhere because I literally cut it. Let me see. Sorry about this. Just looking around to see if I can spot the thing. It's not that one, although it looks like that one. Well, in the absence of the other one, I will get this one out. Or is it this one here? Have a look. No, it's not that one. No. That's quite annoying. Never mind. It looks like this guy though. Can't see it because it's all in the... There you go. Looks like that guy, basically. An absolute smasher. That one is not a Bailey's opal. There are other opals that end up looking really good, so you've got to be aware of that. But I might have put it in the opal drawer. Let me have a quick look. No, I haven't put it in there either. It's interesting because I spent a lot of time basically cutting the opal so that you could see it. Oh, here. Is that it? No, that's not it. That's not it either, but that's the other two that were doffed up at some stage. Yeah, it'll turn up. I've been spending a lot of time just cleaning up, and so things get a bit disorganised when you do that. Maybe it's in here. And I'm looking one more time just to see if we can spot it. No, not here. No. Oh well, that's a nuisance. It'll turn up eventually, when I least expect it. Okay. So, what was I doing? Well, that's throwing me for six, isn't it? But I don't think I was doing anything majorly important. I think I was just carving something up and pretty much getting nowhere. So we'll start from scratch again. I'll very quickly get this guy and turn it into a nice little stone. So very quickly, this is just a bit of an offcut, but as offcutty as it is going to be a nice stone. Just got to be a little bit cautious with it. How did I get my little self in such a predicament? Let's give myself a bit of leeway here, and we can just carve the top of it a bit. Intriguing. Got to be careful with how I cut that top, apparently. Now this is not going to be that cheap an opal, but it's not, you know, that expensive an opal. So you might sell it for 50, 100 bucks, something like that. But certainly not, you know, luxurious, right out the gate, amazing opal kind of thing. But you can see how much detail goes into cutting the thing. I really find a certain amount of satisfaction and pleasure just from cutting these things, even though they really aren't that, you know, financially rewarding. I think we're at the point of diminishing returns with this particular opal. What we will do is very soon head it off to the dopstick, where it'll be finished off. But sometimes I just pick a relatively inexpensive opal and just do that just for the sheer love of the game. So that's that one done. Let's give this guy a bit of a burl. I've got a few randoms that are just lying around here. That's a failed one. Got a few randoms lying around which I want to get stuck into. That's one of them for sure. This is another one, but this isn't as good as the other randoms. So I'll just give this one a bit of a cut ski and then we'll move into the other stuff. I knew that was going to happen. I was just being a bit incautious. I know, sometimes you have a premonition that whatever you're doing is stupid. Oh. Oh, I hear fireworks.
Somebody's celebrating something. It's probably Steve-O's parole. Now remember, don't pick up the shotgun and point it at employees. That way you stay out of the slammer. Oh, that's a great idea, Chief. Now for those people from different areas, I don't know if it's a common thing or not, but around here we tend to call people Chief. The general idea is the more unlikely you are to be an actual chief, the bigger the probability you will be called one. I'm not sure it transfers correctly into other cultures. I've managed to successfully strip all the colour off that one. Very good work there, stripping it all away. Because who wants colour? You know, when you've got a nice, beautiful, clear opal there, why would you want to have all that ruined by a bit of colour? I think I've been trying to get some other opals, give them a bit of airtime. I think all I'm succeeding in doing is showing just how good Bailey's opals are. I wasn't meaning to do an advert. Now ordinarily I'd flip this over and get the back sorted out, but I'm hopeful that I can keep that. I can't keep that. So, because that would have made it kind of like a boulder opal. All it succeeded in doing is give me, well, Trump fingers. These are the greatest fingers in the world. Best fingers ever, yeah. Amazing fingers. You know what I did with those fingers? Stop it, Trump. We're not doing that anymore. That's what she said. Shut up, Trump. There we go. My hands are too big to do that impersonation anyway. Da 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 da. Dum. Can you imagine going around with a... No, I'm not going to keep going with that line of thought. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to apologise to the general audience. Sometimes when I'm just thinking to myself, the filter goes off and you get, well, whatever's in my brain, which is, that's risky. Okay, so that's ended up quite nice. Yoink. So you can see just a few little flashes of colour, and you'll see that it's bright enough to actually clip the sensor. So not insanely bright, but not too bad either. What I'll do is I'll do one more. My arm's getting tired, basically because the new setup is just a little bit different, so my muscles are still adapting. Let's see which one I'll do. I'll do this one. You'll like this one. Have a look at it. This one is a Bailey. So this one will be an absolute smasher. There's a crack there. Let's see how much that crack lasts for. In back a bit. Back.
Would you like help? My hands aren't wet.
It's all good. I don't need no help from nobody. Sorry, my daughter has just arrived.
Hello, I'm here.
If people say things, you can read them out for me.
I'll read them out then.
Because I'm concentrating on the opal.
I do.
I think we're at that stage though that everyone's just a little bit tired just watching and not particularly concerned about chatting.
That's for real.
Even
Also, I do know why you're going deaf, because that is so loud.
this,
Yeah.
it's not very loud at all.
Dude, you are going deaf. It's so freaking loud. Like, I can hear it from my room.
No, okay.
That's why I need that I could. Oh, don't drop that guy. That's why I knew I could say hi.
No, okay, fair enough. Okay. So this is still a PD stone, so even though I've started to do some facing, I still need to worry about any corners or edges or anything. Right, I'm just looking at what's going on here. So, yeah, I might just carve it at this point here. Yeah, just at the bottom point. Just be careful. Yes, be careful, you said. Yeah. Okay. Just rinsing it off. It only got a bit dirty from the looks of things. Yoink. Here it comes back again. Just making sure, yeah, so just so you can see what happened, there's just a small discontinuity, and that was enough to upset the whole apple cart. Whew. These things are very hard to cut straight sometimes. Got to cut with great care. Look at that though. Look at that. Made a bit of a dog's breakfast of it, but it still looks good. Right. Okay, well that's stain number 1. There's that rolling in effect I was talking about before. You do that and all of a sudden you have this amazing colour effect. Let's give it a slight more amount of that and then we'll move on. I don't mean to discourage you, but be very careful in getting opals like this, because I don't know if I'm making it look easy, but it's not, basically. That's a rolling flash and it's really hard earned. We'll leave it at that. I can do some more in the final polishing phase. You can see how it started off with just a reasonable looking stain, then all of a sudden I could make it look really, really awesome. It takes a bit of effort to do that. I'm just doing the back now, because the back needs to be as good as the front, even if there's no colour. This one has to be a freeform. There's no way I can... Well, I could put it into a cab, but it'd waste too much material. There we go. Alright. Into the dopping area. Now, where's the piece I cut it off? Because it's just as good. There it is. So here's the piece I cut it off. Look at that. And the only trouble is that, let's see if I can... There's a bit of a mistake on there, so what I might have to do is literally, yeah, I'm going to have to turn it into a cab because I made a mistake basically. Although it's good to know, because I wouldn't have known what was going on there if I hadn't had to cut that piece. Definitely turning the block into a bridge there. Yep. And with that, I think we're done. That was a toughie. Have a look at that. Beautiful colour there. There's still a few decisions that I need to make, and maybe I do need to sleep on those decisions just to make sure I do the right thing. But yeah, basically I've been able to get that and cut something good out of it. 2 of them indeed. There is still another piece lying around, so we can spot it. Is that chunk? No, not that chunk. Going back. I think that piece is one of them. That piece is one. So I've still got, yep, that piece might be one as well. Yep, that piece is one. So I've still got a few little slithers. And those slithers add up. That one too. Maybe that even, is that it? No, that's not it. That one is, I know that for a fact. So all these pieces really do add up, and you end up with quite a decent collection of very small offcuts, which get turned into some quite substantial gems, really. Here's another offcut. That was done yesterday. I was quickly finish this guy off. May as well. Oh, 39. Glad I didn't stop the stream. I am rather tired. Right. See evidence of colour here. Which direction's that colour going to go? We'll find out soon enough. First things first, stabilise. So make sure that it's not going to crack up. Easier said than done. That piece is not good. Alright. I'm seriously toying with cutting that whole end off. You're better off cutting the piece off. Well, this is starting to look a bit magical, isn't it? That's Loki telling me that she's certainly sick of me being out here cutting the opals. Poor thing. What I'm doing is I'm still pretty certain that I'm going to face it that way. But with all of these Cupidity opals, you're better off just smoothing off all the edges so that they don't crack. And sometimes you get a nice surprise from doing that. You find, oh, actually, I should be facing it this way. I think what I'm seeing from this is that it's a little bit unconventional in its patterning, which can be sorted out by just refacing it. But maybe it wants to be a freeform. Maybe it just wants to be a little bit out of the box, so to speak. So I'm happy with this opal staying like this. Don't do it with all of them, but every now and then just have a little bit of a standy outy opal. There's no harm in doing it. And this one's going to be double-sided from the looks of it. Nice. So I think I'm nearly done here. And all I can say is, nice one, Caleb. Look at it. Beautiful. Just sheared a few bits off. Accidentally, just then. That's alright. Can't be expected to do everything 100% perfect. There we go. I think we're now just in the wasting material realm, so I'll just be very careful. Just cut that little piece off. Just trying to straighten out the twist. It's the tiniest of twists in it. There we go. Beautiful little stone there. Alright, let's turn it off. Streaming for 1.5 hours nearly. Water off. Yoik. What I'll do is I'll quickly show you all of the opals that I had to cut today. Not all of them, the ones that actually ended up succeeding. How about that? So I'm looking here, I've got, 5 or 6 carats at a bare minimum, quite a lot of opal. So I've got this one here, which is the one which I've just cut, and I'll zoom right in now. That's the one we just cut. Got this one here. And that one's just absolutely stupendous. Got this one here, which is, I'm not sure what even to call it. It's just amazing, that one. I don't even know what to call it. Rolling starfire pattern, I suppose. It's almost mosaic. And this one was cut off another one, which has got similar amazingness just attached to it. That's a proper mosaic, that one. So those are the ones that cut today. I'm going to put them back. Make sure they're kept someplace where I won't drop them or, eat them or other things. Oh, that's another one I could do too. Oh, look at that. Oh, and there's another little slither. Yeah, that little slither I could do something as well. And that slither I could do something with as well. Got plenty of things to do. Wow. Oh, there's another one. Very good. All right. Let's go and have a little chat to the boydies. All right, birds, what's going on here? What is going on here? What do you have to say for yourself, Loki? Has someone given you contraband food? I think they have. Nom nom nom. Has someone given you contraband? Do you want to... Come on, come out here. Go for a fly. There you go. Giving him a chair to stand on. Where have I put my drinky poo? That's it. Oh well. Where you going? You want to get out or don't you? Pony, you stay there. Max. I'll go find a stick for you. Is it here? Is that it? No, that's not it. Is that it? No, that's not it. That's a knife. That's a pair of pliers. Can't find your stick. Where's your darn stick? There it is. Found it. Found your stick.